Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am trying out Nando's peri-peri chicken, so let's dig right in because I'm starving. I'm very excited for this one because Nando's is a spot that I kind of scoped out and found myself. I've been going by a lot of people's recommendations of Chicago Eats, so this is one of the ones that I have found, which I feel like, not to be a brag or nothing, but I feel like I find good food very well, which I feel like I need to as a foodie. So okay, let's just dig in. I don't know why I'm opening up a fork. I'm gonna use hands. And also, Nando's is originated from South Africa, from what I've read, which I think ultimately pushed me to make this choice because I've never had South African cuisine, so this was like a woo-woo. I have a lot of energy today for some reason, and I only had like 30 milligrams of caffeine from a tea, so it's pretty nice. But okay, I'm just gonna get into it and not go on so long. So when setting this up, I already had a taste of the sauce because I licked my fingers, and it is hot. I got 12 wings in the hot flavor, so I'm like, I might die, I might start sweating, but it's worth it because it was pretty freaking delicious. And here is the peri-peri sauce, which is their well-known sauce that I think people said ultimately, I guess I already said ultimately twice, but ultimately makes the whole dish amazing. So, okay, I'm gonna try it without the sauce first. First bite. Wow. Wow, perfectly spicy. There's medium, hot, and extra spicy. I got the hot, and it's like perfect. It's like not killing me just yet, but the hot stays lingering in your mouth, and my lips are burning, which I love. Also got their peri chips. They call it peri chips, but then on a description they say crispy fries. What the heck is this? Mayo for sure. I think that's why peri-peri, you know? So I think it's a mayo base, but it's like salty at the same time. Perhaps it's the powder on the peri chips dipped or mixed with the mayonnaise. Mochi, stop it. No. I might have to put mochi in the room. I haven't had him outside doing a video yet because I'm right by the elevators, so if anybody even starts walking that I can't even hear, he hears it and he just starts causing ruckus. A little salty on some chips that are heavily seasoned. All right, let's try a flat dipped in this. Mmm. This is amazing, guys. I'm so happy I chose this. I had to get it, especially since one of the reviews on Yelp said this is one of the greatest things that she ever ate in her life. I'm like, okay, you know, my expectations are high. These aren't like the best wings I've ever had in my life, but they are pretty high up there because they're so juicy and saucy. And you guys know I don't really opt for saucy wings. I like them dry and like really crispy. But these are pretty dang fire. But as you guys can see, they're kind of really tiny, and in the picture they look bigger than they were. So it's like 6 wings for $8, which I feel like is kind of hefty, you know, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth trying. You guys let me know if it's worth that price. But yeah, I was like, dang, these are tiny, which maybe I can end up finishing. I kind of only want to use, I'll just use my fingers, but I don't want to get the sauce on my newly wrapped bandage. So the Asian in me is already thinking about how good this will be with rice, white rice. I can eat anything with rice, guys. I just love it so much. Ooh. It's extra windy today, guys. I'm sure you guys hear it. I hope it doesn't interfere too much with the video, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have some water as I feel the spice building. All right, so today I kind of wanted to have a shroom talk. I think I mentioned me microdosing shrooms. I say shrooms, I'm not gonna say the whole thing. And I kind of felt weird about singing out loud, but right now I feel like I don't really care, and I feel like the whole world should know about the benefits and my experience with them. So my last video was only like 5-6 minutes long. It was really short because I didn't have that much food. The burger was really tiny, but also that day I took my regular dose of my microdose, and for some reason it hit me like beyond the threshold, and then that means basically that you can actually feel the effects of the shrooms, which shouldn't happen if you're doing strictly a microdose. And yeah, so it hit me when I was getting ready for the mukbang. So during the mukbang, I was like really anxious. I was like kind of all over the place. I don't know if you guys could tell. I tried my best to keep my composure, but the lights were like blinding me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just want this over with. Don't get me wrong, full therapeutic feeling shroom trips are very beneficial if it's in the right place and right time and setting. For me, I was trying to be productive and kind of like go out and be productive, and that did not sit well with the effects of the shrooms I was feeling. I was so anxious, and it eventually went away after a couple hours because I took such a small dose. But I think because the night before I was doing a full moon ritual with my boyfriend and sister and processed a lot of energy. It was like a super powerful ritual, and I think that's what kind of caused my sensitivity to shrooms, because I've taken that same dose for like over 2 weeks already. So it was so surprising that I was like, what? I was like, what is happening? And I was like freaking out. Let me just eat this fry real quick. That was salty. I think I'm only gonna go for the ones that are just lightly salted because it's starting to be too much. So my experience with my microdose being too strong for me, it came in waves. So 1 second I'll be like, wow, I feel all the energy in the world and I feel so connected with everything. And the next second I'm like, I can't breathe. It's like that. If you guys have ever done LSD, it's like, it was like how you feel on LSD, but just a mild sense of it, because LSD is wild. Like it's so crazy. But I feel like waking up today, I feel very, very at peace. And I feel like it could have been because of yesterday. And today is my break day from my microdosing schedule. I do 3 days on and 1 day off, so I don't build too much tolerance. And I've started exactly, I think a little bit over a month, actually. I look back, I thought it was 3 weeks, but it's been over a month. And honestly, lately, it kind of feels like I'm watching myself like function. Like I'm just going about my day, but there's moments where I kind of find myself watching myself do things so differently. And it's just astounding to me, and it makes me so happy, because I'm like, when you see crazy changes in you that you especially can notice and pinpoint, it's just amazing, and it's a great feeling. And I know for sure the biggest change happened after ayahuasca, because I was purged from all the trauma and energies that were like just bonded to me. And then ever since then, it kind of just, I feel like I was growing, but just in a stagnant level. Like it was very slow. And I still find myself in situations where, I really wouldn't want to be, and I acted in ways that I really don't want to. And so adding the shrooms on top of my, spiritual journey and healing and all that, it has just been like a huge push. Like, I don't think I've ever thought I'd be where I am right now, mentally and spiritually. So it's awesome. And if anybody is curious and would like any more info, just hit me up on my IG and DM me, and I would tell you everything you need to know, because I feel like if everybody started to microdose shrooms, if they need it, the world would be such a more loving and peaceful place, because right now it's just havoc everywhere. And yeah, the other day, okay, let me just eat first, because I feel like I'm talking way more. But I have to tell you guys a story that kind of like made me realize what's happening and how it's affecting me and what I need to do. That was such a good one. Okay. I feel like taking that break made the wings 10 times better than earlier. So weird. Water. Okay, so exactly 2 days ago, I found myself in a freaking argument with a 14-year-old on Instagram. And then when I reread back my comments, I don't sound like how I am in person. But, I mean, I can get like that when I feel disrespected, when I feel like I need to defend somebody. I get into a different attitude that shows that I'm with the shit, you know? Like, I'm not one to mess with. But I think that morning I was kind of mindlessly scrolling through IG, and I usually don't comment anything. Like, there's been, basically my whole feed is just filled with Asian hate and violence and all that. And I usually don't comment. I really just repost on my story to spread awareness. But that day, I think I just kind of forgot how to be mindful. I just freaking didn't think. And then this kid just he just asked a simple question if I really think about it now. But he said it in such a way that it was like borderline trolling, I feel like it was. And I commented a kind of a mean way. And then went on. And then I just ended it after the, I think, 10th comment back and forth. And then it caused like a whole riff of another argument right under, because someone was like agreeing with me. And then it was like 40, 50 comments in. I'm like, oh my God, like what did I start? Because, you know, I'm out here trying to push positivity and light into everyone's life, but then I like caused that. So now it really made me think about like how I am reacting. So one of the biggest issues that I'm trying to address and fix in my life personally is my reactivity. So I don't really respond to things, especially when someone comes at me or I feel offended or whenever I feel attacked, I automatically go into like a reaction mode where I'm not really I'm like just acting automatically. I'm not really thinking or, you know, just being in my right mind. Like all my, you know, my instincts, like all the knowing that I have just goes out the window, because, you know, when you're in a fight or flight mode, everything just goes out the window and you react with anger, anxiety. And I think that's what I did. And I realized that I've done that a lot in my personal relationships too, which it will be very hard for me to, you know, like fix basically. But it's something that if everyone would take a step to be aware of and try to change, then all the situations that are happening right now would probably be less destructive, because that's what the world is right now. The world is very destructive, very just hateful, I feel. And yeah, so respond rather than react. And then I think one of the biggest ways that one of the best ways I can do so is by taking a deep breath. Because then, you know, when we take deep breaths, we like kind of get back into our body and kind of are able to see the bigger picture rather than tunnel vision, because I definitely just get straight up tunnel vision when that happens, when I'm in a situation like that. So I will try it out. I will give myself a couple weeks and I will definitely give you guys an update to see if that works, especially being aware, because the first step is being aware. And then whatever happens after is nothing but good, usually. All right, I feel like all my talking kind of got me full. And I don't want the video to be too long. So this is kind of like a talking session plus food, or like featuring food. I feel like I want to talk so much, so my mind is going faster than my mouth. But okay. I ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I ate one order, which I feel like essentially is actually pretty good, even though they're tiny. But I'm probably gonna go back to these and eat it with rice. It's meant to be that it's eaten with rice. So I'm gonna go into the rating. I have to say this whole meal is a 4.5 because the fries are too heavily salted. which I've been finding like that's been happening a lot in Chicago, but I'm sure it's not every place. I've had some bomb fries, just not on my mukbangs, but lately like the fries have just been killing me with the over seasoning. That's all I gotta say. The sauce is really bomb though, but I still don't really know what it is, just because there's so much flavor on the wings and the fries. Yeah, I just think it's mayonnaise mixed with this powdered spice that they have. But yeah, that's the only reason why I want to knock off a 0.5. But the wings, I have to say, are a 5 out of 5 because they're so tender inside and so juicy, and I love that. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Also turn on push notifications, and I'll see you next time. Peace.